years ago, Delilah was laying her plans. The Duke's people gathered at the home of a mine baron named Aramis Stilton to commit some horror in her name. I need to know how they made her immortal. But where was I 3 years ago? Letting Emily daydream through council meetings, teaching her fencing and back-alley fighting. I always expected an enemy we could put down with a sword. Soldiers, spies, assassins. Instead, we got something else, beyond the pale, beyond the natural world. Instead, we got hit by someone like me.
My mind is finally clearing. Now I can return to my work here, helping those who need it the most. And what can I say about what you've done for me? Saved me from madness and, worse, from giving in to a life of sadistic brutality. How could I ever repay you for that? Given who you are and what you're in Karnaca to do, I can only say good luck. The city, the country, the empire, everyone is counting on you. I'll send something special for you, by way of courier. I hope it helps.
With my worry about Megan can take care of it. Megan is out in the city, but I'll explain.
No more witches in Karnaca. I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jindosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first, through a ruin created by the Duke, where I used to live.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Howlo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
So that gives me at least one way into Aramis Stilton's house.
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Coming back here, seeing it changed, run into the ground. Some people have reached beyond others. The old Bethesda neighborhoods, full of mining families, called the Dust District now. If I put people to work down in a mine, I'd want to live in a fortified bunker too. Vice Overseer Byrne. I dread each interaction with the Abbey. I knew plenty of people like Paolo growing up. Maybe not as crafty.
So the Royal Protector is headed into the Dust District. Corvo says he hasn't been back in a long time. I can't blame him for that. According to Sokolov, he'll be trying to get into Aramis Stilton's house. Not easy. I've tried. Stilton was a friend. Even as a mine owner, he was a good man who came up from working people and never forgot it. I went looking for him the night he disappeared. But the house was swarming with the Grand Guard. I showed them what I was worth, but it cost me. I'll live to see that score settled.
What's that? Ready now?
Let's go.
I'll get you as close as I can.
I didn't know Aramis Stilton. Who was he?
Loyal to the old Duke. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Worked his way up from nothing to a fortified mansion. But the new Duke spends money so fast, the mine crews work all day and all night. The district's in ruins. The dust drives out anyone except the most desperate.
The Duke of Serkonos has made a mess of things. His father was a good man.
True, but the new Duke's misery has only been possible with Dunwall's support. In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District. Maybe Stilton's still in there, or maybe he's dead. Find Megan once you reach the Dust District. She'll tell you more. I'll wait here with the skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish. The mines could have been run slower for another generation. Only the Duke's greed caused all the ruin here. Has life been better here under Dunwall's influence? Or are the people worse off for it? Without the Empire, would they have thrown down the Duke? The people here have never seen the banquet table at the Duke's palace, or the one at Dunwall Tower.
Seems odd that none of our squads patrol through the Dust District anymore.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an overseer grenade, and that was it. She was one of the Duke's distant cousins or something.
Really? What a bunch of degenerates.
Shit. Let's hope they do enough damage to each other so the fight goes out of them.
That won't happen until someone manages to kill either Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne. And I don't see you or me beating a path to the Crone's hand or up to the temporary stronghold the Abbey's got set up.
Quiet. The family stung to death. So disfigured. Blood flowing all around them. Horrible.
What's wrong with you?
Dust storm coming. They pushed the miners here too far. I should do something to help them.
Hello, Lord Protector. Stilton's home is just beyond here, but getting inside will take some effort. I've been doing reconnaissance. Talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you'd worked out a plan.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
Got anything else?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that.
Rest easy, Theodanis. You were a good man.
Jemmy's sister says you can beat any lock in the city. I'm not sure why Stilton's house needed to be shut up tight like this, but what do you think? Can you crack it?
Give me a minute.
Durante knows how to get in here. Paolo had him feeding old Stilton or watching him. I was gonna pay him off for the secret, but Durante got beat down by the Overseers and taken away.
I don't even understand what this is. I don't see any seams.
Jimmy's sister says it's a gimmick, like he weren't a real locksmith who made it.
No, this was built by Kieran Jindosh. Scary smart. He's the one who made the clockwork soldiers for the Duke.
So can you open it? Or maybe just solve it?
No, can't do either. It's a lock designed by a man who creates machines that kill people. You can keep your money, I'm not touching it.
Never mind. Maybe another time.
Or not. Let's go.
Came to see the infamous Jindosh lock, did you? Good luck with that. Impossible. If you're trying to get into Stilton's, give up. Probably nothing left to steal anyway.
This door was sealed by order of the Duke. He had that Kieran Jindosh build the special lock. If Stilton's not dead inside there, he'll never get out past the Jindosh lock. No one can open it.
Stay on your side or you'll be spitting teeth. Far as I know, you might be an Overseer spy. Unless I hear you've taken down the Vice Overseer himself. Stay out of Howler territory. Walk away. That's the smart play.
Oh, hello. At first I thought you were one of Paolo's gang, but you don't look so bad up close.
The mines were a good job. Stilton made sure of it. No one got fired for being injured.
Yeah, so they say. The mining office handled things like that. And the family committee made sure that the bosses never got too greedy.
Kind of a stalemate. Everything worked as long as one side didn't win out over the other. And that's exactly what happened once Stilton disappeared.
The soup is only for the workers and their families. Something tells me you're not one of them. Between what the Duke did, and now the Howlers and the Overseers fighting over the area, these people haven't been fortunate.
She's seen past her. Years ago, she lost her husband in a mining disaster. She's dedicated her life to helping the miners and their families. The miners moved to her to help them. There is no one else. She's seen the conditions in the mines, seen how families live, seen children choking on the air in the dust district. They thought she'd go away if they made her wait, but they found out how persistent she can be. The day stays in her memory. The grim set to his jaw as he headed for the mines. Then, the news of the collapse, and then the mad search for the survivors.
How about sharing some of the Imperial currency?
He sends us out to risk our lives for you, but somehow you're not grateful.
I can't afford what you're asking.
Then why do you take our protection?
You don't give me a choice.
It's the Overseers who don't give you a choice. Just think about what they'll do if they find out what you're up to. Then let me know when you can give us the money you owe. Paolo just wants what's fair.
This little horse scares off buyers. Who's worse, Overseer zealots or cutthroat? I heard Howlers have taken to robbing honest men. I'd never have thought. We could do business. I shouldn't deal with strangers. Fucker.
Playing dice tonight. You in?
Find another way, brother. This path is barred to traffic.
I can't believe this. I've lived in this district for most of my life.
If you believe this to be an inconvenience, weigh it against losing your life to one of the Howlers. Now go. Don't mess with the Abbey. Stay in the neutral territory.
Abello, are you sure you know what you're doing?
I studied field tactics with Brother Cardoza in the peninsula. The pirate crews there resort to these same dirty tricks.
Seems like a good way to take a dart to the belly.
Well, the Howlers aren't known for their caution, but these aren't too hard to deal with. If you've got a steady hand, and you know what cables to cut, you've got to do it just right. Wait a second.
If Karnaca restabilizes, the doctors and dentists will start treating people again.
Please stop! Begging won't change anything. You stand accused of actions forbidden by the teachings of the Abbey of the Everyman. Given that each crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers and drag us, no trial is required. Never to return, for theft of food, for hindering a sworn overseer of the Abbey in his duties. Death. No! For the keeping of articles of a heretical and fetishistic nature, for consuming the flesh of rats. Death.
I faced worse than you, Abbey boys.
Silence, apostate! Well done. A shepherd must cull his flock.
They have paid for their crimes in this world. They belong to the Void now.
Still no word from our sisters. Strange.
Hold the strictures in your heart, brothers and sisters, and you will follow a proper path. Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
I'd wager it'll all be over soon. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to deal with a mob of ruffians.
You know what the strictures say about wagering, brother? The Howlers are merciless, and Paolo carries the Outsider's blessing. Some talisman come straight from the jaws of the Void itself. Keep that in mind, or you'll find yourself bleeding out in some alley.
Forgive me, Brother Mikos.
Huh? Where did you disappear to?
That is what I should have said. Now I feel remorse. It will bother me all the night. Huh?
I will ask again today if this is truly her chosen path. I can only hope the outsider hasn't gotten to her first.
I didn't see the one coming through the window. She was quick.
The Howlers are cowards, brother. But we accounted for 6 of them.
I'm glad it's you in the end. If I have to go, it warms my spirit to spend my last minutes with a true friend.
You honor me. I wish there was another way, but it's a gut wound, as bad as any I've seen. Better this than a day or 2 of agony.
Then I go, and I keep the strictures close to my heart. May there be no discord in my spirit.
Goodbye, Overseer. Fade from this world.
The systems of the oracular order have seen it, and I feel it in my bones. So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved.
Burn.
If we eliminate Paolo, there's no end to the influence we'll exert over Karnaca, over all of Serkonos.
A dozen overseers have died trying to bring Paolo down. We've struck him fatal injuries, and somehow he comes back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft he has, even the ancient music is ineffective.
I believe Paolo is in possession of some unclean artifact. It's my fear that he has to be killed twice in one day.
And the Duke won't help?
The Duke is no friend of ours. He exiled me from the Grand Palace, and he's done everything possible to push the Abbey of the Everyman out of Serkonos. The look on his face when he dismissed me from court. There's something wrong with people who live in palaces for too long.
Stilton.
Is someone there?
I know you're all ready to begin. Our speaker tonight is none other than Aramis Stilton, who owns the mines where those you love toil beneath the ground. Mr. Stilton is known for his fairness, and that reputation is not for show. Welcome to the stage, a friend to the Miners Family Committee, Aramis Stilton.
Good workers, good people. Thank you for having me. Our annual dinner is always a special time, and I cherish the conversations and the toasts as we renew our bonds. My closest friend in this world, whose name some of you will no doubt guess, is known for this saying: we rise together with the same dawn. We feel the same wind on our faces. We fish the same ocean. These are words worth remembering, spoken by a man who fills my heart with joy. As you're dying tonight, surrounded by your families and the other miners from your teams, let those words echo in your thoughts. And above all, please, enjoy yourselves. You've all earned it.
There's one way to fix the Abbey. Every man, and these people got to listen, they never do. It drives me mad.
I got for the blade Verbena. I left it with my mother. It's been over 30 years. So much has happened since I left.
They will rise up among you like a virulent swarm, devouring
If the
every...
Duke wasn't running the mines night and day, our children wouldn't be choking themselves to sleep at night on the dust.
It's easy to blame the Duke, but we both depend on the profits from industry. The mines are the lifeblood of this city.
No. The Duke could have continued operations like his father did, fast enough to sustain the city without burying us all in dust.
How? There are twice as many people living in Karnaca now. If the mine slowed down, half the people in my family would be out of work.
What's the point of being worked into an early grave? Just so you can afford to eat for a while?
Remain in the neutral territory, brother. Safer that way.
Huh?
So Paolo has a secret. That's useful to know.
I don't know you. Cross the line and you get cut.
vanguard out of our homes. But I don't see how you can help the miners.
It's all connected, Tivoli. Once the Abbey's off our backs, I'll make it too expensive for the Duke to run the mines. The workers stop digging, the Duke will see that mines producing at half speed are more profitable than mines producing nothing.
Better working conditions and less dust in the streets, we'd be happy to up our payments.
There's a way to satisfy everybody. First, in this district, then across the city. The people who work the mines have more power than they know.
Thank you, Paolo.
This must be Paolo's place. Veramore. I remember that name.
In case you're wondering, Paolo's not one of those unhinged cultists who believe I will grant them favors if they leave a big enough offering or play just the right musical notes. He doesn't care a fig for me. But he put up this shrine because he found the hand of an old witch I knew once. And Paolo saw right away that it pays to have an edge. Sometimes, pieces of us linger long after we're gone. The Duke of Serkonos inherited a vibrant city and wasted no time stripping it to the bone. What will he leave behind? And what about you? Who will you leave to pick up the pieces here in the Jewel of the South?
It's dark and it's cold.
Don't
Quiet.
get no breaks that do.
I can still taste that hagfish. Maybe she's right. I could clean my teeth once in a while. Think I heard something.
Right in his eye. That's what I should have done next time.
She's made the Howlers into something more than just a street gang. He's clever, this one. With aspirations. You'd be surprised how high up he wants to be. The Howlers are his family. He's done terrible things to protect them.
Hand.
I feel sick.
What's wrong with me?
Hey, you might want to see a doctor about whatever's wrong with you.
That's it. The information was good,